All right, Dan.
Start me up. Start me up.
Oh, I was going to ask Dan to do his Nat King Cole impression again.
What? It doesn't make any sense. We were talking about getting got, and then I said I was ungettable. No, you said I was ungettable.
Yeah, you're ungettable. That's what you are.
Ungettable.
You could you could trim the song just to make it say that. Actually, there's enough syllables.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Also, AI can do anything else you don't.
No. Oh my God.
It's just it is a fact of reality. Unfortunately, if you want to do it, it can be done.
I think the thing that's giving me some solace about AI, at least, is that the layperson with AI gets bored by it very fast.
Yeah, that's true.
I've seen people be like, "Oh, okay, I played with that ChatGPT for a bit. I'm gonna go to bed."
I'm going to air my personal grievance out to our audience. I am very disgruntled right now at how every new model of phone has so much AI embedded in it.
Every new model of
how so?
Anything.
What do you mean?
Anything.
Yeah, like the new Pixel 9 has AI Gemini heavily integrated into its interface, and they give you a free year of advanced if you buy it.
Even my Pixel 7 Pro, it's constantly going, "Hey, do you want me to screenshot your screen so I could read the text off of it?" I'm like, "No, don't screenshot my screen. I don't want you looking at screen.
You don't want to see the viewing habits of Marvin.
I would like you to not
to me. Quit looking at me.
I would like you to not do that ever.
Would you like me to pull up your favorite porn video?
Fucking
no,
Windows
not
for you.
the fucking Windows ARM PCs, they're all like, "Hey, we've activated Copilot. That basically means we take a screenshot of your computer every 5 seconds. Would you like us to do that and send it to Microsoft?" Like,
I like that. Speaking of this episode, I wish that the computer would have been like.
It's actually apropos.
Data was scrubbed. The data was scrubbed, and they're like, "What data?" And they're like, porn search history and other files.
Just It's a large enough category that it has its own. When you go to the Firefox search history categories,
it has its own utility.
Yeah.
It's how much footage was deleted? 15 terabytes.
Only 15. Wow, that's not that much. That's not even that much.
Well, the compression rate is really good.
Yeah,
so
the feature compression rate is
Speaking of AI, where Marvin and I are right now, there are tons of these Coco delivery bots and the Waymos.
That's not AI. Yeah.
I mean, isn't that AI? I don't know. Robots?
So the Cocos are not AI. The Cocos are
they're
robots.
They're actually driven remotely. The Waymos are AI.
The Waymos. There's tons of Waymos on the road, and I was driving next to one, and the person in the back started fist pumping to me and freaking out. And I was just like, okay. And I was looking at them and shaking my head.
I'm actually unfamiliar with Waymos. Are those
they're
unmanned
everywhere.
vehicles?
Yes, they're unmanned. There's no driver.
Did you say Waymos?
Oh, shit.
Like
I didn't realize that they're all on the road like that already.
No, they're called Waymos. Waymos, I think.
Waymos Rancheros?
Yeah.
Wait, have you ever tried to roll Waymos down the street? It's all uneven.
Yeah.
I mean, Marvin, weren't you watching a video about these Waymos and how cops pull them over? They and they're like, "Oh, there's no one driving." And
they'll pull them over and they'll be like, "Who do I give this ticket to? What do I do?"
What do you call? What are Waymos, by the way?
It's a self-driving cars that they're using as taxi.
All over the place. Yeah. They're all over.
So they started in San Francisco 6 or 7 years ago, and it was just one small route. And then they expanded to Phoenix, and that route was from a hotel to an airport. And now they've expanded the system so that it can use it like Uber. Instead of just a shuttle loop, it's an actual callable car system now.
Callable duty.
Yeah. It's just amazing. Every time I go out, I see at least 5 Coco machines driving up and down the sidewalk. One of them was zooming so fast.
I think the most indicative thing of
Waymos.
our current society I saw while we were driving was there were 2 Coco bots just chilling on the sidewalk next to an unhoused man just sleeping on the street. And I was just like, this is...
You remember in Total Recall when Arnold got into the one of those Waymos.
Yeah, he got into
Johnny
the Waymo.
Cabs. Johnny Cabs.
Yeah.
We need to rebrand them into Johnny Cabs. I'd be
Don't make
excited.
them unmanned. Just put like a friendly robot guy.
Yeah.
He's
hello, friend. Welcome to Johnny
by Robert
Cabs.
Picardo. I think it's voiced by
welcome
Robert
to the
Picardo.
Cafe 80s. One boy's morning in America.
Yeah,
I don't like it.
It's shocking. It's shocking. These cocoa machines.
You sound like somebody's grandmother, dude.
I know.
I don't like
There's
it.
just so many of them. There's
It's
so
fine,
many
dude.
of them everywhere. Like every time I go out, there's so many of them. I'm just shocked at the amount.
Just move out of the way, Grandma.
Yeah. I guess so.
Oh my god. I just don't want.
We need to get Tupac AI to do Tupac singing to this song, dude.
No.
Yeah, dude.
No.
Somebody get on that.
He never died, so there's no reason to.
Well, then we get the real Tupac.
Yeah.
Oh my
He's in Cuba.
He already wrote a song
God.
for this song a real long time ago.
A really long time ago.
Oh my god.
No,
And if I hit the button, I shouldn't have hit the button. Stop messing with the soundboard. That's what
the
it said.
record might skip. I told you. Stop hitting that button.
What the fuck?
That's my favorite version of Tupac, where he just knew everything and recorded everything before he died.
Very tiredly.
Yeah.
He was no enthusiasm whatsoever. I told you. That's one of the few Dave Chappelle skits Dan and I constantly just
we can enjoy that one forever. But
that, and for some reason Wrapped at Gavel Up B, like that one gets
that
us.
it's
I don't know
really
why.
good.
It's not that funny in the show, but to us it ended up being like really funny. I don't know why.
Look, it's just absurd to tell someone to wrap a gavel up.
But wrap up that gavel, B.
Yeah, and also calling a judge B, it's good. There's layers to it.
They're on Comedy Central. He could just call him a bitch. Like,
see, it's funnier that way. They knew. Comedy. It's an art form.
We watched Aquiel this week. Geordi will not stop falling in love with women in computers.
It's so frustrating.
I'm starting to hate Geordi, dude.
Yeah.
Like, man.
He was getting better. And then what happened? And then this happened. And then you're like, wow, the descent, he
is marginally
quick.
better this time than he was with Brahms for a couple of reasons, but it's still not great.
I
said
know.
Marginally.
Yeah, maybe marginally.
Technically, he's better. But because also technically, I guess in both situations, it also did start as a matter of work. And then he just went too far. He just kept going.
Yeah, this time the manner of work made him go too far in a way.
Yes, the work actually
it guided him in that direction much more easily.
And Riker even kind of egged it on. He's like, "Oh, what's she like? Like what is this?"
And then later he's like, "Don't."
No, and then he warned him.
Fall in love with her.
No, but earlier on he was like, "So what's she like?"
It's like Geordi. It's like Geordi's a Catholic priest, and then you just keep moving him from
starship to starship,
from starship to starship.
Okay, so I will say that to Geordi's credit this time, he was more upfront about his stalkering. He actually admitted it, at least as soon as it came up naturally.
Yeah, and he had a decent explanation as to why it happened.
Right. He said the right things to allay her fears in a way.
So that's
I feel like it interferes with work a lot. I feel like when he's supposed to be investigating this murder and what's going on, he's in her room,
also don't sleep with her,
doing all sorts of weird shit, weird crystal shit. And I'm like, what are you doing? You're supposed to be working, bro.
Well, to be fair, he's working. But he just keeps watching the same video over and over again. He needs to keep going because.
Oh, we're talking about after that. We're talking about after all this.
Oh, the crystal part. When
he's okay, the moment she became a murder suspect,
the demolition man,
stop talking to her.
So that thing was a demolition man sex thing, right?
Yeah, that little head thing. Yeah.
I remember when Sandra Bullock had sex with Stallone.
Yes.
Yeah. It's the same thing, but the crystals. They're both fake.
No, you know what it reminded me of? It reminded me so much of that other like rock ceremony thing that one mediator guy did.
Oh yeah, the evil guy
that was turning Deanna old.
Who was sucking youth. Yeah.
So Sarah, like I thought it was going to be another evil thing.
Sarah, cover your ears. As soon as the crystals came out, I knew I was out, dude. I was like, I'm fucking checked out, dude.
God damn it.
Yeah.
No, I'm definitely a crystal girl, but this was really weird even for me. So.
Well, listen, Aquiel, it first aired on February 1st of 1993. However, I think that's just the day after the Deep Space Nine episode Captive Pursuit aired. So there's no reason.
It's one
or two. So there's no reason to talk about it. So there's no Around the Sun this episode. However, we do have sponsors. So I would like to start with our newest sponsor. We're going back to House of Wise because, hey, CBD products are useful for many different things. They come in a variety of different types of products because, you could take it as an oil, you could take it as a gummy,
as a suppository.
As a suppository.
Yeah.
But any gummy is a suppository if you put it in your butt.
Yeah, that's true. You can make anything really a suppository.
Anything can be a suppository.
As long as it doesn't have jagged edges.
Yeah.
Or even if it does, you can still, as long as it's all about your tolerance.
It's if there's a will, there's a way.
If you're
Especially
angry
if you have a friend named Will, that'll help you put it up your butt.
Definitely.
But they even have chocolates. They have candle CBD. I never had candle CBD before.
Wow,
so that's
candles.
interesting. And
fascinating.
Good old classic pre-rolls. So, that's good. And their CBD products help with sleep, stress, strength, and even sex. Ha ha ha. And now we joke about it all the time. Yeah. Yes, literally.
I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't know. I
don't know. I mean, there's a lot of reviews from the product saying, holy shit, this really helped me out.
To be determined.
To be determined. But all their products are cruelty-free, and House of Wise itself is woman-owned. So that's cool. And if you guys head on over to houseofwise.co/newbie Star Trek in all caps, or you just go to House of Wise and use our promo code newbie Star Trek, again in all caps, you'll get 10% off your entire order, which is a pretty dang good deal. And they have free shipping on any order over $69. So again,
damn it, Bobby.
Imagine Hank being like, "Damn it, Bobby, stop talking about 69."
Dude. Stop talking about CBD oil.
Again, head on over to houseofwise.co/newbie Star Trek and use our promo code newbie Star Trek when you check out to get 10% off your entire order. And also next, good old mainstay, ExpressVPN. Look, you guys have been using ExpressVPN for quite a while. Well, we have, at least. We've been talking about it for quite a while. And you all know the deal. It's super fast. It's super secure. The country of Turkey. And as we've learned, the residents of Turkey actually do prefer we call it Turkey, not Turkey, because Erdogan's a bitch. So call it Turkey. Try to hack the servers because they had servers in Turkey. Nothing. No user logs.
They try to get Angelina Jolie to hack the planet.
I know.
Oh no, that's DJ Qualls in the core, remember?
Well, no, Angelina Jolie hacked the planet.
She tried to hack, but not the planet, dude. But DJ Qualls he hacked the planet, dude.
Well, it was a group effort. They had to work together to.
Well, no, we're talking about two different movies now.
Oh, okay. There was a DJ in that movie too. That's why I thought you were talking about that.
So okay, so
wait, was there like a computer at the center of the Earth in the core?
Well, I don't know what they were doing, but I remember DJ Qualls they had to hire him because he was gonna hack the planet. Got to hack the planet, dude.
Okay, all right.
And he wanted Hot Pockets, so that's all I know.
What movie is this?
The Core.
The Core. He wanted Hot Pockets to enter the Core.
Yeah. Oh. That was his payment. It was Hot Pockets.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
You gotta watch the movie, dude. I'm really running crucial plot points here.
The Hot Pocket Core movie. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you guys want to check out,
it makes sense because if you've ever eaten a Hot Pocket, the inside is like a molten core.
It's molten lava.
It's fucking hot. Yeah. As someone who has eaten thousands of Hot Pockets in his lifetime,
oof.
I've never.
You just revealed how many hundreds of thousands of farts you've had. Dude.
Oh yeah. I mean,
but you've also revealed your indestructible mouth.
Yeah. It's scabs on top of scabs in there in my mouth. Yeah.
Indestructible.
So if you guys want to check out ExpressVPN, because that whole conversation was a great pitch for ExpressVPN, head on over to expressvpn.com/newbie Star Trek. And if you sign up for 12 months, they'll give you 3 months for free, which makes the entire deal 49% off. And ExpressVPN, like we said, is super fast. You get up to 10 gigabits of speed, which is faster than most computers can honestly even go to. You can use it on up to 8 devices. It's got a built-in ad blocker. It's got a built-in keys password manager. It even blocks tracking. So little programs and apps on your phone try to track you. Fucking Reddit, the app, tracks you like fucking crazy on your phone. You turn your VPN off, it cuts all that shit off. Doesn't let you do that.
Why are they tracking you? What do they need?
Because Reddit is turning into a super evil company. That's why. And they're using all of the accumulated user data to sell it to Google and to OpenAI. So that's what they're doing.
Lots of data.
Yeah, everyone's.
Lots of datas. I imagine there's a bunch of little datas in our phones.
Yeah, everyone's a product. So again, if you want to prevent yourself from being a product, head on over to expressvpn.com/newbie Star Trek. And if you sign up for 12 months, they'll give you 3 months for free. All right, Denise Crosby, you're not a product.
Could you please tell us what happened in this episode?
Yeah, maybe a product of her time.
Yeah,
they don't really have actors like Denise Crosby.
I'm gonna say this dude right now.
Okay,
this is a 4-star. This is a 4-star ship episode.
Oh, like
out of 10?
Out of 10.
Out of 10.
Okay,
wow.
Just making sure.
Yeah. I don't disagree.
A great one.
I mean, it's close to 3. By the end of this episode, it could go down to 3.
I mean, out of the entire season 6, everyone in the writing staff agreed this was the worst one.
Yeah, I can dig that.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. I mean, it fails on a lot of fronts.
I'll give it some points for having a cute dog in it.
Yeah, it's got a dog. But
I feel like they're like the script sucks, dude.
Well, and this was Airbud in space.
He's all Tim, put a dog in it, and it'll be fine. He's like, really? He's like, yeah, just put a dog. People love dogs. Why would they hate this episode?
And there's no rule saying that a dog can't be a coalescent organism.
No, it's true. Yeah, there is no rule.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, the dog is kind of the perfect suspect / victim, I guess.
No, that's right.
They just zoomed in on a dog with shifty eyes.
So apparently
no one suspected the fucking dog.
So apparently the funniest part was because we're just gonna spoil the murder mystery of the whole thing right off the bat.
I mean, this whole episode is.
I know, but like instead of going in order, just so it's fucking. They were going to be like, okay, so the whole episode was actually supposed to be sort of a riff on a movie called Laura. So because they wanted to sort of have Geordi finally have according to them, a healthy romantic relationship.
Stop. No.
But they didn't want it to be like straightforward. So
what? No, that can't be real. Like,
so what they did, Michael Piller suggested they kind of copy the format of Laura, which is a movie about a private detective who is investigating the murder of a woman named Laura and starts to fall in love with her, and then discovers that Laura's actually alive and that she might actually be the real killer. So that's essentially the plot of this episode.
Right.
So the original point of the version of the script was that Aquiel was the killer. But then they were like, oh, that's a little predictable. So they're like, okay, what if Zach De La Rocha is the killer? Okay. That's a little predictable too.
So let's just make it really crazy.
Yeah, what about
what about the bass player from Rage Against the Machine?
And then they were like, okay, wait, what about the Klingon guy? Mogran? What's his name?
Yeah.
Motog.
Motog? Mogran?
No.
Montag.
Morag. The mind taker.
Yeah.
Morag.
Yeah. So they're like, let's have it Morag. And like, that's also predictable.
What was the 2 different pronunciations?
It was
Morag and what was it?
So
Morag?
I think Geordi once says Morag and everyone else says Morag. So we're like,
by the way, the actor who plays Morag, he's actually a really cool character actor that I like.
He seems familiar.
He his name's Reggie Cathay.
I know that guy. Yes.
He was in SWAT. He was in The Mask, Airheads. What I remember him from is he played he was Franklin Storm, which was Johnny and Sue Storm's dad in the last version of the Fantastic Four.
Okay.
Yeah, with it wasn't Jessica Alba. It was like somebody else, and Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah, Michael B. Jordan's dead.
Okay. Well, so the writers exhausted all their options, right? And then as a joke, this is before they came up with the whole sci-fi coalescent being thing. They're like, what if the dog did it?
Airbud.
Let's figure out a way to have the dog do it. So that's why this is really convoluted.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you're right. So, look, there's no reason to get in. We'll get into the nitpicking, but just giving you the overall arc. They find a base. No one's.
It's like a satellite.
Yeah,
it's like a subspace satellite. Yeah.
Well, it's like a station, no? Like a small little station, right?
Yeah, it's like I think it's basically the equivalent of like a cell tower. Like it's what sends their subspace transmissions.
Yeah.
Wait, so was it supposed to be that there were only 2 officers manning it? Like it was originally, just her and the other person?
Yes, and originally it was just her. So she was stationed alone. I feel
like it's really similar to like those wildfire lookout points. On
Firewatch, like a Firewatch.
Firewatch house.
Like that's what I feel like it's really similar to.
Yeah, that's actually really good equivalent, I think. And they go
send us a message through subspace if you see the planet explode.
Exactly.
Oh, this planet's on fire. I gotta send us a message.
Oh shit!
Oh my god, this nebula's on fire. Oh god, I gotta.
Can you imagine how terrifying it would be to see like a point ignite on a planet and start seeing it like start burning out?
Imagine an entire planet on fire, and you're like, "How did that happen? Holy shit, that's crazy!" But yeah, basically she was there alone this whole time until
she had her dog. She had what was the dog's name?
She's such a shitty pet owner.
Yeah, she is. Yeah. She's so I was like, wow.
How does she not recognize him as soon as she came back? First of all, she never was like, oh my god, like,
where's my dog?
You're the best for saving the dog.
Yeah. Or where's my dog? You know,
like. And then and she never said, "Oh, I need to call my sister and I need to hold my dog."
Yeah, she didn't be like. She also didn't be like, "Can I call my sister?" I just wanted to let her know I'm okay.
Okay, I will. Like anything like that, I'm willing to chalk up to that memory drain thing she said. Like you can wave it away that way if you want, but in the logs that Geordi was watching, Mara's in the background all the time.
Yeah,
and it's like if you're talking to your sister, like why you would never drag your dog into the frame and be like, "Hey, say hi," like what are you, a psychopath? Play with your dog.
Yeah,
play with the goddamn dog.
She clearly doesn't love her dog enough.
So here's the thing. So basically, the thing got taken over by these little midichlorians.
Yeah,
that basically are like shapeshifters, and they killed her boss. Right? They killed her
Odos.
Yeah, so I originally thought
they're not Odos, right?
They're not, but I thought the twist was going to be that. Oh my god!
For a second, I thought like, are they just trying to integrate shit already? It's like, hey, check it out, we got an Odo here.
That's what I thought. I thought the twist was going to be, oh my god, we have an Odo.
Really Odo.
Yeah, Odo was like, I just want to fuck around.
No, the thing is that Odo is such a good constable that he went over to the Enterprise to solve some of their fucking stupid fucking shit. Mistakes.
Oh, he's like, I heard the Enterprise is not doing it.
You know? If Odo did that within a week, he would arrest Picard, dude.
Yeah,
he'd be like, this guy's going out for war crimes.
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, basically the ship got taken over by these midichlorians, and Zach De La Rocha died. He
a long time ago, apparently.
A long time ago.
Yeah.
And he took over his body, and then like she shot the body that wasn't Zach De La Rocha, but kind of was. And so this is so fucking confusing.
It's really
and doesn't make any sense. And like, and
wait,
then
hold on. That just brought up a question in my mind. What happened to original Mara then? Does that mean Doggy's dead?
Dog's dead.
Real Doggy's dead?
Dog's dead. Yeah.
I guess so. How did when it takes over your body, it just kind of kills you, and that's that?
It absorbs the person.
Geordi was like, what's your dog's name? He's all Max. He's all, what's wrong with Wolfie?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's what happened.
That's exactly it. Yeah.
So your dog is dead.
God damn it.
I don't know. It was so confusing, and also I was confused as why did it take them so long to figure out the DNA of?
Well, because it was the weird coalescent thing. That's why.
But we have
like they
was that
said,
the reason?
It just got baked in really hard into this cast iron skillet, and we had to separate it out. And it takes a long time.
As a side note, I was telling Marvin as we were watching this episode, I find that deeply disturbing that someone was like liquefied to the point where they're like stuck on this plate. And I was like, that's really graphic and disturbing. And they're like having to scrape
the fact that they call it cell residue, it just sounds gross.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is really
And once they scraped it all back up, it was like this weird pink like pizza sauce goo, and you're like,
I did
what
not
the
like
fuck?
that. It was really disturbing, low key, like really, really violent way to die, I guess.
Well,
but who was
they
that?
They really made it real when they start describing this is what you have.
Was it?
Like,
okay.
Yeah.
Like they really made it real when they started describing. You'd have to set it to setting 10 and shoot him for 30 to 40 seconds to make this happen.
Shoot him. Just keep shooting.
Yeah.
Until
he turns into goo.
Yeah.
It's very violent. Very violent. But
have you ever seen a motorcycle accident?
Just in general?
Yeah.
I've seen one on the freeway.
I would see I assume it would be something similar. I wish to not see that. That's why I don't fuck with motorcycles.
Well, I mean, the one motorcycle accident I saw on the freeway, the guy slipped. So the bike slid and he fell off the bike and just kept sliding. But he had his leather coat.
So instead, he just looked really cool. And
he just kept sliding. And then he got up and was like, oh my God. And then... So
I don't want to talk about graphic things, but I will. You guys remember a couple years ago, the dude that was going on the 5 by the LA Zoo?
Oh,
he was going so fast.
We were just talking about this. Actually,
we were just talking about this. He got
decapitated, and his body ended up on top of a sign.
We were literally just talking about this. That's so crazy that you mentioned
gnarly
this.
as hell.
And we were trying to figure out like what we couldn't remember exactly like the details, but like Scott, Marvin, and I were literally just talking about this the other day.
Yeah, it was literally launched perfectly up to the side.
So I think his head was in the car, or he got launched out, but his body was on the freeway, like overpass. Like it was no.
Wait, so it was out of
just
the
freeway
car.
sign. It's just he got launched.
Oh, I thought it was out of a motorcycle. Oh, okay.
No,
it
was just hanging off the sign.
Yeah.
Wow.
I kind of remember this. This didn't happen that long ago, right? Like it wasn't too long.
This was.
I think I hear the cops coming for someone right now.
At least 8-9 years. At least 8-9 years.
Yeah. Damn, that's so graphic. That's fucked up.
We were talking about it at our old job. So
we talk about it all the time.
Yeah. So
and I don't want to say what kind of nationality this person was, but they're driving a BMW. So this episode it angers me to talk about it for some reason. Like it angered me watching it because I'm like, God, why didn't they just give the budget to either to another episode and cut one episode or give it to the other show? Like I don't understand what's going on, dude.
They gotta make their quota. Yeah.
What angered you about it?
It's just that like it was the really long way to say a really stupid joke, you know?
Mm-hmm. And I guess
I agree.
It was a wet fart. It was a wet fart. Like it's even like angering me just remembering things right now. So basically it was midi chlorines the whole time, and the dog turns out was part of the ghouls, and then at the end he's trying to play. I don't know if he's trying to play with Geordi, and they're like, "Well, fuck this guy. He doesn't want to play with us. Let's fucking beat his ass."
Yeah,
dude,
that's exactly.
And they turn into
Geordi almost fucking kicked him. Yeah, I was like, Geordi, Jesus.
By the way, Geordi's a piece of shit, dude.
Yeah. The way he treats the dog when you don't know that it's like the weird goblin thing or whatever hell it is. Is really mean. Like he's like, stop, go lay down. He's like kicking the dog. I was like, whoa, Geordi, you need to calm down.
Here's the thing.
An animal.
But the dog's still smiling.
Yeah. So I have to bring this up now because okay. One of my biggest pet peeves, something that angers me, it's not even pet peeves, just something that angers me really bad, is when people take their dogs to restaurants. Or any animal. It could be it could be a cat. It could be a lizard. It could be anything. And they take their pets animals. And here's the biggest thing: they hide behind the emotional pet thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I fucking hate. And I don't know if it's the whole country or if it's just LA or California where we're really loosey goosey with the. I
think it's probably worse in California.
Probably,
yeah. It's definitely worse here.
And I love dogs. But nothing makes me want to kick the owner and the dog like that. When I went to a restaurant, an Italian restaurant, and the dude had the dog on the table eating.
Oh, come on. That's fucking
ew.
horseshit.
I took a picture of it and I posted it.
That's fucking
yes,
horseshit.
That's right.
Yeah,
I remember.
yeah.
That's crazy.
And I wanted to just go and like punt the dog just to go.
There is
what happens when you fuck a stranger in the ass.
There is no emotional support animal that is trained that would be told to eat off of a fucking table at a restaurant. That's not how that works.
I'm like, if this was an emotional support animal that was actually trained, this is you're going against the goddamn rules.
Like one of my mom's friends actually has a like it's like a tiny ass dog, right? It's like basically small as a Chihuahua. I forget the breed, but they have been trained to be actual like support dogs, right? So when she goes to a place, they are trained to go under their chair and you don't even know a dog is there. Yeah. Like that's how it's supposed to work.
They train the ninjas to disappear.
That's like kind of like the point where it's like, hey, they won't interact in a public situation unless told to, or they sense something's wrong. You know,
they train with the wives of Republican politicians.
And
like,
you
disappear.
And I know for a fact that you can do that with any dog because they did it with a fucking toy dog twice. So it doesn't matter the breed of dog, and you can just say, "Oh, it's just it's a Chihuahua." I can't. It's like you can't actually. She did it twice.
Ricardo, are you okay with like a patio situation with like with the dogs or animals outside?
That's very like. Depending on how covered the patio is.
Okay, interesting.
See, I think I think even a patio is okay, but not even then. You can't go on the table.
Dog. Again, here are the things. You
can't go on the table.
The exceptions. Two exceptions.
It's not okay.
2 exceptions. One, if you have any sort of disability, like you have one of those dogs that tells you when you're going to have like a diabetic, like spike and stuff, or like seizure dogs, or like there's dogs for everything, dude. And I get that. That's okay. Yeah, so if you have a disability or something that prevents you, that the dog helps you with, boom, you're in, dude. If you're a armed forces vet that has PTSD, you, sir, ma'am, are allowed to have a dog anywhere, even in a restaurant. I'll allow that.
Thank you.
But dude, anything other than that, dude, I don't care that you get nervous in flights. I don't care that you can't go to the mall because you don't like crowds. There's things that bug me all the time, but you don't see me with a fucking shitty dog. You know what I mean? And people will use those permits to get people get those dogs into planes.
Yeah.
And
is it just restaurants or do you like stores? Everything. People here in California, it's stores.
I mean, I'll be honest with y'all, like, I don't even live very near you guys, and I'd never encounter this.
Really? Oh, it's everywhere. It's much everywhere more, here.
Yeah, so LA in general has like a toy dog culture, which also
and there's dogs that's a different everywhere. Thing. They're in the ice cream shops, they're in the coffee shops, they're in the stores.
I am very annoyed by how much LA culture treats dogs as accessories and not as pets. I find it honestly infuriating because I know like 90% of these people got the dog because they think it'll be cute to have, and they're probably not training them well. They're probably not taking care of them well. They're just having them to have them.
Just look at the shelters and you'll learn everything you need to know.
It's just a cute ass little dog that they can have around.
Meanwhile, I can't get a rooster to train to fight because I'll get arrested. You know what I'm saying?
Where's the justice?
Where's the justice in the system, dude? Seriously,
man.
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you want to take your dog to fucking restaurant, then let me fucking get my roosters to fight, dude. Because they fight with honor.
Side, Ricardo.
They fight with honor, dude. They're noble birds, not like those bitch ass fucking pigeons.
Yeah, they know what they stand for.
Yeah, dude, and they like it, dude. They're all about fighting, dude.
They like it.
Yeah. They've scientifically proven that these birds love to fight, dude.
Oh my God.
I mean, you're not wrong, but you also are kind of wrong.
But Marvin, if they didn't want to fight, they could just not fight. But you put them in the ring, and they have
no choice. Biologically,
what choice are you talking about, dude? They have a choice not to choose.
It's like beta fish. Those fish want to fucking kill each other, but they don't have a choice. They're programmed that that way.
They also unalive themselves.
Who? Yeah, roosters.
Yeah.
No, the beta fish.
Oh,
they'll like unalive themselves and like jump out of the
Oh, yeah.
If there's like a little mirror or a reflection they're seeing, they'll just fucking start attacking like crazy until they die.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
well, jump out of
this dog should have been in the fucking ship, dude. To be honest, this lady, she's she's serving her planet or the universe she's part of Starfleet, right?
Mm-hmm.
She's part of. Is she in command of anybody or is somebody?
No,
right?
She was basically been put.
She's an officer, right?
She's like a science officer, but she was basically put at this post because she's bad at her job, and they want to get her out of the way.
It is fascinating to see a Starfleet officer who's pretty shitty at their job, and
but also it feels like.
What do you mean? Like we haven't seen it?
No, that's
on the Enterprise. What are you talking about?
It's acknowledged. It's documented and acknowledged.
This is the first time she's not in the In Club, so this is the first time everyone on the In Club is pointing out someone, being like, I don't think you're doing a great job.
And it's been documented. She's been moved from station to station. People say that, her bosses have approached her about her poor performance and her attitude issues or whatever.
Look, I'm going to roll into another point. That's very important. That Geordi falls in love with this girl and he's all about her. And here's the thing. You could find a lot of things attractive or unattractive about, someone you like, male, female, they, them, whatever. But you know what trait is not sexy, dude? When somebody's like, this piece of shit is horrible at her job and any job she does. And then you're like, you know what? I still fucking love her, dude.
Yeah.
I'd be like, that's not attractive.
A great introduction.
Yeah, I'd be like,
and then you also see her being like, like I totally did that thing that pissed off that guy. I'm great. And
that's like the first thing she saw. Yeah,
she brags about being a dick, dude. And then he's like, did you delete some files, dude? And he's like, yeah, I was gonna send a letter. And I don't want that to get out, dude. Like,
she did that afterward.
Yeah.
She sucks. She's the worst.
She's horrible. I hope she
honestly goes to jail, that alone.
She looks super guilty.
The act of deleting evidence in the middle of an active murder investigation should have gotten her kicked out of Starfleet.
Like not executed, dude. I don't know how they do things in the future, but
it's just Starfleet. Like, they don't need to have her, nor does she need to be in it. They could just part ways. They could just.
You guys remember? You guys remember in Starship Trooper when he fucks up, Rico fucks up, and they whip him.
They fucking whip the shit out of him.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like the church or the military where it's
I'm not saying that's right. I'm just saying that. Remember that?
Like it's really hard to get rid of these poor performers and some of these more.
Oh my god, dude.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. Don't you think I get a vibe like her family members were like officers, like high ranking officers, and they got her in. You know what I mean?
Is that
I don't know, dude. I don't know.
Also,
I think that's part of the show.
That's something I'm putting in there.
The other thing,
like, I don't want to be like, she's fucking like, I don't want to pile on her, but everybody says that. You know what I mean? It's not one person who says like, I think she's not good at her job. Like, it feels like everyone's like, dude, she keeps getting moved because she's horrible.
Also, if you look at her rank, she's actually lieutenant junior grade. This means she has been promoted at least once or twice. And this also means she's a graduate of Starfleet Academy. I just can't imagine her having gone through that whole process, because we have seen footage of Starfleet Academy and what you need to do to succeed there. Like, you got to be on the top of your fucking game, like crazy high. Like, I just can't imagine her.
How high?
Like, we've also seen some very clueless looking extra officers.
Yeah,
that's true. So I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's like a try really hard in school, and then once you're out of school, you kind of just get really tired. And
as soon as they get out of the academy, it just goes out of their head.
Yeah, I forgot calculus entirely.
I crammed so hard for that Starfleet test. It's gone.
So I think that all these things piling up, it's just not good. It's not a good look for anybody, dude. And like, Geordi's an idiot, and he doesn't listen, and he sees a single woman, and like, dude.
I feel like he's he seems to be falling in love with her entirely on looks, because I don't see see anything like charming happening.
He's like, dude, her forehead looks like butt, dude. I like to put. I mean, they put something between those cheeks.
They try to give her a charming side by doing that wig thing.
Well, I think it's implied that he essentially falls in love with her because he reads all of her very private journals and he gets to know her in a very creepy way.
Yeah,
which comes out very strangely at the 10 forward scene where he's like, "Oh, your house on whatever," and she's just like, "How do you know that?" And he's like, "Oh, I watched all your diary entries," and that ended up being really creepy.
Yeah.
Creepy way to incorporate and tell somebody that you've
and within the episode stuff. We see things about her like freaking out over nightmares she's had, implied abuse with her father, and other like really personal things.
Yeah, actually like a running theme with her is that she wants to constantly run away from her problems to the point where she tries to do it in the episode itself. So like that's a weird thing to be like, oh, that's really charming. She likes to run away. Like
I think it might be the writers thinking like, okay, we're going to call her complicated because they keep using that word. Mm-hmm. And we're going to give her all of this like personal baggage and Geordi's going to fix her.
He wants to save her.
Geordi's going to save and protect this person, or at least that's it feels like the implication of what he's trying to do.
It feels like everyone is against her, right? The whole world is against her and she's just complicated and needs to be understood. And
oh, I love the scene where it's like they spend like a good solid minute like grilling her ass, and then when Geordi pipes up and tries to like defend her records, like, look, we're not here to make accusations.
Yeah.
It's like, I found this phaser in the shuttlecraft you took at level 10. Designed to disintegrate.
No way it set itself to level 10.
Here's the thing about that with the phaser, dude.
Yeah.
Either she didn't check that somebody did that, or she did it herself. Either way, she looks horribly bad. Like either she did it on purpose to kill somebody, or
like it looks so bad that you're still wondering, did she murder him at the end?
Yeah.
Well, I'm
still
actually
like wondering
confused.
Maybe she did it.
I am actually confused. Like, how did this all play out? Did she really lose her memory of any kind? Like,
yes,
did we know if that?
Guys, here's the thing. I thought about this all the time, dude. Like, the perfect... I don't want to bring this one up because it might be bad, but... Okay, the perfect time to cover up a murder is when there's, like, a disaster like that. You know what I mean? Like, some weird aliens came here?
Yeah.
Oh, they killed this guy. I can't remember anything. Fucking, it was her, dude. That's how you cover up a murder, dude. Do it like, it's like Money Train. They stole the money when it was New Year's Eve and it was chaos everywhere. And that's how you cover up a murder, dude.
Yeah.
Or you do commit a heist during a hurricane. No one would ever suspect, dude. You know? Yeah.
Yep.
Meanwhile, you're wearing a hot dog costume.
Like, to be honest, the perfect time to like commit a weird murder would have been like peak COVID. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure lots of people did. I'm sure lots of people did. Or like passed it off as like, oh, they died of COVID or something. Like, I don't know, you know?
No.
They were just poisoned or something. Like, I don't know. I'm sure lots of people did commit murders.
I don't think that. I don't think I'm going on the limit saying that's not the case. I'm just saying it would have been a perfect time.
I was thinking too, when I was driving the other day, I had this thought and I just said to Marvin, I was like, how many bodies do you think are in the LA area that haven't been discovered?
A lot.
And Marvin was like,
a lot.
I was just thinking about that. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's silly. It's dumb. She probably murdered him. You can't convince me. You can't convince me otherwise.
The story's sloppy enough that I am a little like skeptical of Bev's explanation. We're trusting Bev here.
So that's
she deleted records, Marvin.
That's the problem with the there's multiple. I think the problem is there's a lot of like little things here and there wrong with the episode that all add up to like a really not great
it all
episode.
add up to the fact that she's a murderer.
Like, for example, like we were talking about, like, why is Geordi so enamored with Aquiel? I think they were hoping for a more overall charming performance from the actor. And I think...
Oh, don't blame her, dude. This is all writers, dude.
But then I also think they were like hoping
she
for
didn't help though.
She wasn't great in the role. And I think also they were hoping for more chemistry between Geordi and her. And there's just nothing. Like, it's just really awkward.
There's not much there at all.
Can I say another one of my complaints?
Okay, go ahead.
This
is a complaint episode.
Why isn't Geordi just taking off doing predator mode the whole time and being like, "Who remains of a person right there?" Like he's always fucking scanning shit.
I think they literally forget that he has that and
predator mode.
Yeah, I think they literally forget that. Oh, he can like check all these different wave bands of wavelengths of light and shit. I think they just forget. They just
imagine Geordi just and he goes camouflage because his visor like camouflages him, and he hears like Picard talking shit about him. He's like, but it's all, you know how distorted how the predator's here. That Geordi's
just a full predator.
He falls in love with all the girls.
I thought Barkley was the weird one, but Barkley's a lot more normal these days compared to Geordi.
Now we know where Barkley got it from.
Like, I think it might be the first time that we had such a heavily implied, like, yeah, Geordi got laid on screen.
Yeah, dude.
That too, yes.
Yeah. Well, mentally, because they did the crystals.
Also during the scene where they kiss, it's implied that they fucked right there. So
probably,
how she embraces him from behind. That's usually like one of those like, we just did it in a scene we didn't see before.
Yeah.
And then he's all blind, literally and figuratively. He's blinded by the light of her, love,
the crystal love.
I thought you were gonna like do a thing where it's like she reaches, and reaches behind him and goes like, who's this?
Who's touching me?
No touching. So it's already gone down to 3.
Okay, you know what? One really good thing in this episode is it's how Picard has become so comfortable just playing Klingons.
Oh yeah.
Like he has the download on so good.
He has figured out Klingon culture completely. He just
drops Gowron casually and intimidates them. That cheeky kaplak at the end, it's great.
He's a like the bird, dude. Cheeky kaplak. Cheeky kaplak.
What's with the weird Klingon like harasser guy? That was really disturbing as well.
Yeah, dude.
I think it's like a red herring. He's being a dick type of thing, and
but he's like harassing her apparently, and I'm just like, wow, that's really
no.
It's a stupid thing to do. Like it's like, hey, we're a immobile communications relay. I can't do anything about you telling me to leave. I can't move. Like, what do you want me to do? Stop bothering me. Like, what can you really do? Like, because apparently he's like, you're really close to Klingon space, and I'm like, but I'm not in there. I'm just a communications relay. Like, what do you want? Like,
Klingons are crazy, dude. They're always doing crazy shit. And
what I do like though is how Worf, now that he has all his honor back, he's like being a huge like sass hole to everybody.
Yeah, and he has the wherewithal to actually back it up. They all go, oh, fine, Like,
but also I like that they I feel like Picard and Worf should go on a buddy like cop movie, like a Lethal Weapon, and where they're just solving crime. But more episodes where they're solving crime down in Waldorf.
Waldorf.
And the Statler planet.
I mean, that's why that episode of not Redemption, but like Sins of the Father. That's why that was fun, because he went down to the
we need more of that, dude. More hijinks.
We need more Klingons. Just more Klingon culture bullshit is fun.
I just like Picard, that you like what you guys said. Like he's just like, wow, I'll call my buddy. My buddy, he's pretty high up. It is
really cool that he is like
he's pretty high up there.
Picard is potentially the most influential person in Starfleet when it comes to the Klingon. Like, because he has a direct line to Gowron. Like, he can just ask Gowron for any favors.
He's like, to be fair, I'm like the next in command. Like the next, like, if that guy goes down, I'm there. Take over as president.
That arbiter of succession role really had legs for him. Like, it really
did. Yeah, he's milking it for sure.
Yeah.
It looks like also Marvin and I noticed they started to do a little bit more variation in the Klingon makeup department.
Yeah, they had already been doing that since like I think season 3 or so, but there's a lot of close-ups in this episode, and specifically with an actual black actor and a white actor.
Yeah, they get to sit side by side, and you get to see the difference.
Like he's orange, he's brown. So so they're actually
I know. We caused a lot of conversation with the Klingon makeup early on, so I'm here to say that it looks like They are doing it. They are adding some variation based on the actor's true ethnicity.
To be fair, I was pro this being okay. It's a child actor. I was
not
pro
okay.
No, but I think that even the makeup artists were probably like, oh yeah, we should. It just like to me, even from a technical standpoint, it just didn't look good. It didn't blend very well. You would notice it's weird. So I think just from a technical perspective, the makeup artists were also just like, let's just like use an actual tone that we can blend in.
I will be honest. At the beginning of this, speaking of Klingons. At the beginning of this episode, when we saw her private diary and she was talking about the Klingon that was harassing her, and she started to use like certain adjectives like aggressive and, like I was just like, oh God, no, please, let's not go here. I don't want to, I get a little tense when situations like that happen, and then I'm like, okay, what's this Klingon look like? And I get tense.
But the reason you're getting tense is because you think all Klingons are black.
No, I don't.
I mean, honestly, that's kind of how this is.
I get
that's on you, Sarah. That's on you, Tara.
But guess what? This actor was a black Klingon. So I get tense when. Why do we always have to describe Klingons that way? I don't know. And why are they always in that light?
Dude.
Like,
they're aggressive. How would you describe a Klingon, dude?
To be fair, every Klingon has been described this way,
except
Worf. Maybe
I just get a little tense because back then there was a lot of racial stereotyping with these alien type figures, and I just get hesitant. I get worried. But
don't worry, this isn't a Star Wars prequel. We're good.
But it turned out okay. He ended up not being the perpetrator, it seems like.
And he appears to have entered because he was legitimately worried and was like, what's going on?
Yeah, I know. He seemed worried. He put his harassment aside, I guess, and was worried about...
But he deleted records, right? What were the records he deleted? I forgot.
He deleted records. I don't really know.
Everybody here is incompetent or shady as fuck, dude. They should
was he too shady?
Was he deleting the records that was like proof of him being a dick? Is that what he deleted?
Yeah, probably. I think that's what was implied, is that he was deleting records that maybe mentioned his harassment or stalking behavior, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, they don't quite say what it is, but I'm imagining that's what it is. Yeah.
But I assume that was done. This is just a testament to how this episode was written really poorly, is because they do all these like, I don't know, is it like a red herring or whatever? Like they try to they try to like make you think that he deleted the records and maybe it's him, and like it's like a whodunit, And everyone's doing suspicious shit.
Mm-hmm. But it's not all that satisfying, because at the end, Bev has to tell you, actually, it was an alien that, kind of was there from before this all happened.
Yeah, it's not satisfying at all.
So that's the problem with the episode's writing construction as a mystery, because the satisfying part of a mystery plot is that the audience follows along, looks at the clues, and goes, oh, that must be what have happened. And your explanation is clever. I just didn't see all of it. But all the clues are...
It's supposed to add up to something if you go back and look.
Yeah, like you watch like Knives Out, and it's satisfying because you watch Knives Out and you're like, oh, all the signs were there. We just weren't paying attention to figure it out.
They don't even give us a shifty-eyed dog.
We watched... I think of like Bodies.
Yes, exactly. That? Yeah, that's also essentially a murder mystery movie, and you're like,
such a silly fucking movie.
And then it's like, oh no, the clues were all there. Did they explain what's going on?
But then, like Davidson's dick.
But then you look at this episode, and you're like, who could the murderer be? And then Deanna unsatisfyingly comes in and goes, well, not Deanna, Beverly unsatisfyingly comes in and goes, well, so actually, I'm just making a wild conjecture here. But it's probably this alien we've never heard of before that can basically turn into anything. And you're like, what?
I got the idea when the glue became my hand.
Yeah, and you're like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, like, she got some silly putty that became her hand.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, and the moment
I wonder what happened to that hand. You know what I mean?
I guess they had to destroy it or something, right? Yeah, you can't. And the thing is, the moment you see something that wild,
it's called.
I said the thing instead of thing. So I had to correct it.
But then the moment, she has this crazy explanation that it's a shape-shifting eating alien that turns into whatever. You have to go, well, then it's a dog. It can't just be like
shifter.
So it's like the mystery isn't satisfying at all.
Yo, this is bad for Odo's kind. Yeah. Like this is bad for him.
Odo's gonna show up and they're gonna shoot him, dude.
Yeah, like all the more evidence to trash his office again.
Yeah.
He's really aggressive. Get him.
And then, like, on top of that, it's like,
oh no,
damn aggressive coalescent organisms.
But then on top of all that, like, they even have like the actual goo effects with the coalescent organism. It doesn't even look
very Odo-like.
Wasn't it fighting? It was like it had some like.
Yeah,
it was aggressive.
It was just kind of okay. Aggressive. B-E aggressive.
But like the scene where Geordi's trying to like get around it.
It looked like he was like trying to like be a goalie or something.
Yeah, it didn't look very good. And then so apparently that was another thing the showrunners were very disappointed with. They were like, this was one of the first effects they actually outsourced. So they didn't do these.
I feel like they're not blaming. Like, well, if the effects were better, it's like shut the fuck. If you had written it better, it would have been a better episode, dude.
Well, what I'm saying is, there's a ton of stuff that just all added up to this just sucking.
Yeah. Sure. I mean, starting from the top leadership, dude.
Yeah, and then
no one said this is a shitty episode. We'll go rewrite this. This is horrible.
And then the ending is just like they're just lovers now. And then
but she's gonna get moved away like to another place.
Yeah, and Geordi is like, I can cheat you in. And she's like, no, I don't want to cheat.
And it's funny because now she doesn't want to cheat. She's like, I'll erase evidence. I'll tamper with anything.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like,
but
Geordi wasn't that into Geordi.
Yeah, and Geordi wants to run away again.
Geordi was horrible at bed, dude. Geordi was.
Geordi wants to give her like a good job recommendation. I'm like, why would you do that? She wasn't good. She's proven that she's not good.
Yeah.
So why would you give her a good word? He's like, I could put in a good word. And I'm like, I wouldn't offer that. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Well, okay. I will say that there was one single exchange that Aquiel and Geordi had that I thought was actually like nice. And it was when she says, "Do I look like a murderer?" And he says no. And she says, "I didn't realize how much I needed to hear that." And like that line alone, it's like, that's nice and genuine.
Yeah, fine.
You know what? There. He knew what it led to. He knew where that was going, dude.
He has a one-track mind. Everything
dude.
Was to...
All right, yeah. I mean, given the record, you're probably right.
So, Ricardo, what's your official score then? You kept changing.
I'm gonna cap it at 3.
3, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
I'll give it a 4. Just
boo.
I think it just wasn't that.
You're being too aggressive, dude.
I'll give it a 4.5 because I'm remembering the cute dog.
Yeah, there is a dog that does help.
Yeah.
But
who has a dog when they're at work, dude? You should deduct points for that. 2.5 for me, dude. Yeah.
I will give it a 4. Right. I think I kind of feel bad for LeVar having to constantly play Geordi in this manner.
Well, we bring it up every time, and it gets worse every time because it's still not fixed.
Yeah, and he did in like more recent years have said that like, yeah, they wrote Geordi like shit. Like they did not write him very well.
And it sucks.
Well, yeah, like with an episode like this, it really solidifies that narrative because it's like, shit, they just did it again.
They just don't know how to write his character, especially when it comes to matters of romance. They just don't know how to like do it in a way where it's just like, oh, he just had the closest was when, remember Jesus guy?
Yeah.
The guy who was in the white leotard onesie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And those are complete strangers.
And he gave him the confidence, and then he just like was making out with the girl that he had a crush on and that was like, okay, so that he got the confidence to finally ask her out. And that's more normal.
I think he was just being aggressive. I don't think he had the. I think he just. Yeah.
But that's. Like
I feel like maybe a better way to write it would have been to drop more of like the physical romance and maybe just have Geordi have this more of an emotional, intimate connection because he knows her on a different level than everybody else does. But it doesn't have to be creepy. It could be like maybe he understands a little bit more why she's so complicated as a person and what she's been going through alone on the tower by herself out there. And maybe he has a different level and perspective than everyone else, but it didn't need to go creepy.
I feel like it would have been less creepy if they wrote it so that she kind of looked to him as like, you are the person who knows me best because you watched all my logs.
Yeah.
So like, I need to confide in you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay. So yeah, that's like I forget what the exact term is, but basically in like when you're writing like a romance story, there's like an event that sort of makes sure the two characters, even though they don't necessarily want to be together, have to be connected in some way. And they could have used that. It could have been like, look, Geordi needs to be my advocate because he actually knows my character very well based on these logs. No one else does. And that'll force him to have to hang out. And then maybe like at the end of the episode is when it grows more from a friendship into more of a romantic interest after the crisis of a murder investigation is resolved. Don't start a fucking romance in the middle of a murder investigation. That just calls into question your entire integrity as a Starfleet officer.
Like Riker's absolutely right that it's clouding his judgment. Like there's nothing incorrect about that assessment.
Yeah, it's absolutely correct. Like I don't know. It's just
there's a lot of different directions they could have gone with this episode that they didn't go, looking back, of course, but for that I give it a 4.
All right. Well,
not the best TNG work, but that's okay. Yeah. We can't all be winners.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's definitely.
I
been
also
worse.
wasn't a fan of her performance either.
Yes, that was the other thing.
It almost felt like it was like AI generated at times. Like she would just be like very flat and robotic, and I didn't really like it that much.
Yeah, the scene where she shows up and she's like explaining what happened in the conference room is pretty flat. That's a pretty flat performance where she's kind of like, I don't know. And then I guess I ran away, I guess. And it's just like a very, like maybe she was just uncomfortable in that position. Maybe it's just uncomfortable for her to be acting with the prosthesis and all that on. I don't know. So maybe
it's hard to act with shitty dialogue.
That's also true. It wasn't great dialogue to begin with. So,
it's
but some people can spin straw into gold, if you're a great actor and, but sometimes it doesn't work out. All right. Well, hey, everybody. Thanks for listening to our episode about Aquiel. So if you liked it, wherever you are, if you're on Spotify or you're on Podcast Addict or Apple Podcasts or whatever, you can give us a...
I do like the name, by the way, her name.
Oh, Aquiel.
Aquafina?
I know. I actually see that's even that name I didn't really like.
It's kind of annoying.
Aquiel.
I found it kind of annoying.
Like acquiesce to me.
Yeah.
I think it's an interesting name.
And anything that starts with aqua reminds us of like a water thing in
Waterworld.
Like Aquafina.
But yeah, if you guys enjoyed, if you're on YouTube, give us a like.
Bottle or the Asian?
Both.
I hate them all.
Aquafina water is the shittiest water.
It's so bad. I would not want to have my stage name be Aquafina, but
a lot of people would say Dasani's the worst.
Yeah, no, the worst is the one that went out of business.
Yeah, Dasani's worst too. Yeah, you're right.
I think the worst is Naya, and that went out of business. I think that tasted like I was literally drinking dirt. I remember it being so foul when I drank it.
Kirkland signature.
Like you need to give me the right ratio of microplastics. If I don't taste the right blend of microplastics, it's not. Yeah,
it's not allowed.
It's not right.
So give us a like or review or rating or comment wherever you are. And also, if you want to check out some of our merch, you can head on over to fugitiveframes.store. We got 2 t-shirts up there. Check it out. See if you like it. We're planning to put a few more items up there. I'm working on some things in the background once things settle down, etc. And also, if you'd like to get some of these episodes early, and without ads, you can become a member of our YouTube channel. Just head on over to our YouTube channel, Newbie Star Trek. You can look it up. Or you might be on the channel right now if you're looking at this on YouTube. And then you can just click the join button, and that'll give you access to a bunch of perks, including getting early access to new episodes, the ability to join our members only Discord, and we're eventually we're thinking about other perks. We're thinking about it. I'm trying to mulling it out, seeing how that goes. And also, if you guys ever want to send us an email, you can always email us at contact@newbiestartrek.com. That's contact@newbiestartrek.com. So this week's email is titled Costco Onions. So,
huh?
Wow. Okay.
Is this actually real? Is that title alone related to something we've said?
Well, you'll see. So starts off, hey, y'all, totally unrelated to Star Trek, but recently Sarah and Marvin were decrying the absence of onions at the hot dog topping station at Costco.
Yeah.
So much like Sarah and Marvin, my dad needs a hefty helping of pungency with his thrifty hot dog meal when he visits Costco, and he has missed the onion sorely. But recently, he found that if he asks for chopped onions when he picks up his hot dog at the counter, they'll give him a little paper cup of them.
Oh.
I don't know if it's just the Costco's we've been to, but he has yet to go without since discovering this. Might be worth a try on your next visit. Let me know if it works out for y'all. Thanks for being a great podcast. I'm glad you're finally entering the DS9 era. I cannot wait to hear y'all experience more of the DS9 world. Live long and prosper, Jess. Thank you.
I'm immediately skeptical.
That's a hot tip.
Thank you. I will try that out for sure because I definitely miss the onions.
I will reserve judgment because what if his dad's just a really adorable old man that no one can say no to, and they
find an onion and they chop it up.
Yeah, it's like, oh shit, like we gotta do it, man.
Oh man, he's like 80. He needs onions. Well, we'll try it out next time. We'll see. That could be.
Look as old as possible when you do it.
All right. Thanks for the email, Jess. And thank you guys for listening. If you guys like what we do, you can head on over to fugitiveframes.com. We have links to all the things we do, including the Would You Stay Tuned podcast, which we are, planning to kind of rev up again a bit soon. So
one day.
There you go. Next episode. Okay, I gotta brace y'all for this. We're going back to Deep Space Nine. The episode is titled Q-less.
Oh, Lord.
I see.
Okay.
Not a spoiler, but I just want to say there's something very satisfying about it. That's all.
Do you love it? Is it your favorite episode ever?
But I know it's about Q, but there's something in this episode that's very satisfying. So
satisfying?
In another timeline, it might have been described as one of his favorite Q episodes.
I actually don't remember anything other than the one thing that always makes me laugh about this episode. So, so that's...
that'd be enough.
Yeah, so that's...
anything that makes me laugh would make it a favorite Q episode of mine.
All right, so that's Q-less. We're going to watch that next week. But until then, stay safe, everybody, and we'll see you guys next time. Goodbye, everybody.
Take care, y'all.
Take care. See you next time. Bye.
Aggressive.
Kapla.
Don't be aggressive.